Hello, students. You know that we have been learning very interesting unit from your sixth paper, that is computational botany. Unit number 3, that is collection and representation of data. Here, classification according to the class interval. The data which is expressed in numbers is classified according to class interval. Now, while forming class interval, one should bear in mind that each and every atom must be covered. Students, keep in mind, atom that is nothing but the observation that is nothing but each and every collected member of that total group or data, we have to say that, is to be covered there, should get a importance to that one. So at the time of classification according to the class interval, while forming a class interval, one should bear in mind, so there is should be in mind of that fellow who is going to make the class intervals, that each and every atom must be covered. After finding the least value of the atom and highest value of an atom, classify these atoms into two different class intervals. For example, if with the example we'll able to come to know that what is class interval, how to we have to form the class intervals here. If in any data the age of 100 plant is ranging from 2 years to 47 years is given, then the classification of this data can be done in the following way. Try to understand first of all what we have to do. We have to, first of all, the data which is expressed in numbers is classified according to class interval. In that one, each and every we have to say that atom must be covered, isn't it? In that one we have to find out first of all the least value of the atom and the highest value of an atom. Here in this example we have written actually, we have taken the 100 plants, but that 100 plants are having their age is in between 2 years to 47 years old. In the sense, in our data, actually we have taken the 100 plants, we have counted the age of each and every plant, and we have found that actually the lowest age of that, out of that 100, we have to say that plant is a 2 year, and highest age is a 47 years. Now here, in deciding in deciding on grouping of the data into classes for the purpose of reducing it to a manageable form, what we have to do? We have to reduce huge data, large number of atoms into manageable atoms, isn't it? That you have to keep in mind. Again, as the rule, as a rule, one should have between 10 to 25 classes. 10 to 25 classes. Again, that classes or class interval should be exhaustive one. That should not be overlapping. That should not be overlapping. Should be a exhaustive one. All the classes should have same length. All the classes should have same length. Again we have to reducing it to manageable form. As a rule, one should have between 10 to 25 classes. That should be exhaustive one, and again should not be overlapping. All the classes should have the same length. Now, number of observations. Now, number of observations should be at least 25. How many? We know that right now our data we are having, there are 100, but at least 25 observations should be there. Number of the classes, as general rule, number of classes should not be less than 5 and should not be more than 30. Isn't it? Atom should be at least 20, and number of classes should not be less than 5 and more than 30. So in between that 5 to 30 is a, but actually this is not actually a hard and fast rule. This is decided by one of the expert who was dealing with the classifying whole data into a classes. But practically applications, the number of classes are taken as approximately equal to n number. Okay. Now here class width, it depends on the range of the data, and the number of classes is equal to minus, it's divided into C. So this is the little bit I have to say that the information which is given, but actually this information is not that much important. When we will actually see the example, we'll come to exact what the things are going to happen. As already I have said to you, here I said to you, there are total, isn't it? In place of person, we have to write here plants, isn't it? Number of plants. How many plants were there? 20, 34, 54, 54 and 2, 56, 56 and 30. That is 86. 86 and 9, 95. 95 and 5, 100. So this is the total number of observations are there. And here we can see actually the age. As already I have said to you, these 100 atoms, 100 plants are considered which are having their age is in between. We have to say that that was from 2 to 47, and that's why we have made the classes 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 13. Finally here in between 40 and 50 there is a, so this table first of all we will read. Here we will get the age in years is there and number of plants. So 0 to 10 means the out of 100, 0 to 10 age having how many plants are there? 5. 10 to 20 years old age having how many plants are there? 9. 20 to 30 age having how many plants are there? 32. 30 to 40 age having how many plants are there? 34. And 40 to 50 means 40 to 47, that already range we have studied, 20, and total of these is a 100. Isn't it? How the class intervals have been made, and this is the number of plants. Now class limits. A class limit is formed within the two values. These values are known as a class. The lower value is called as lower limits and it is denoted by model 1, while higher value is called a upper limit of the class denoted by like this. And in the example, you are number the first class interval has this one is equal to 0 and that is equal to 10. As we have seen, 0 to 10 means lower limit was 0, higher limit was 10. Now class interval, the difference between the upper and lower limit of the class is called as a magnitude or length or the width of the class. That is nothing but the class interval. Now mid value or midpoint or class mark, how we are going to calculate that one? Suppose we are having one of the class that is 0 to 10 and we want to take out the middle value of that one. 0 plus 10, 0 plus 10, that is equal to 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5, isn't it? So mid value is nothing but the middle value, the central point of the class interval. आपला class interval किती काढला आपण इथं 0 to 10 is the midpoint of the mid value or mid value. It is calculated by adding the upper limit. Upper limit किती होतं 10, lower limit किती होतं 0. दोन्हीची बेरीज केली, sum we have taken, and that is divided by 2. Midpoint of the class L1 plus L2 divided by means limit, that is 1 means lower limit, and limit that is 2, that is higher limit, divided by 2. L1 is the lower limit of the class, that is 0, and L2 is the higher limit of the class, that is 10. 0 plus 10 is equal to 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5. But here another example is given, 1 to 10. 1 to 10 is there. So higher limit is 10, lower is a 1. So 1 plus 10, that is equal to 11 divided by 2 means 2.5. So mid value or midpoint or class mark is a here 5.5. Very simple things are there. Now, as already I have told you, so this many type table number simply frequency table, हा simply frequency table घेतलेला होता. In that table, first table which we have seen, in that one we have taken into consideration 100 plants and age of that plant was there. Now table 2, here is a overlapping frequency table. Now what is overlapping frequency table? First that we have to get idea, and that we will be able to find out. In overlapping table, simply overlapping is nothing but one above the other. Overlapping frequency table, in overlapping table the value of variable is grouped in such a fashion, such a manner, such a fashion, such a style, we have to say that the upper limit of one class interval is represented in the next class interval. For example, समजा आपण जर क्लास असा दिला 0 to 10, तर पुन्हा 10 to 20, आता वरती 10 असताना सुद्धा इथं आपण दुसऱ्या क्लासमध्ये 10 घेतलं. दॅट इज द इन ओव्हरलॅप. मग इथं ओव्हरलॅपिंग दिसते आपल्याला. सो इन ओव्हरलॅपिंग टेबल द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ वन व्हेरिएबल 0 to 10 घेतलं इज ग्रुपड इन सच अ फॅशन दॅट द अप्पर लिमिट ऑफ वन क्लास, पहिला क्लास 0 ते 10 घेतला आपण, आणि त्यातला 10 हा जो आहे अप्पर लिमिट ते खालच्या ह्याच्यात 10 ते 20 केलं. तिसरा क्लास येईल तेव्हा 20 ते 30 येईल, पुन्हा चौथा येईल तेव्हा 30 ते 40 येईल, लाईक दॅट वन. सो ऑलरेडी आय एम गोइंग टू गिव्ह यू अ व्हेरी सिम्पल एक्झाम्पल, दॅट इज even number examples, isn't it? Now values of the variable are grouped in such a fashion that the upper limit first class interval is represented in the next class, isn't it? So number of pods ranges from 15 to 41, 15 to 41, and the range of the classes may be 15 to 17, 17 to 19. So here 15 ते 17 हा एक क्लास असला तरी त्यातला 17 पुन्हा आपल्याला खालच्या ह्याच्यामध्ये दिसतोय, 17 ते 19 परत खालच्या ह्याच्यामध्ये दिसतोय, 19 ते 21, अँड सो ऑन. प्लांट हॅव्हिंग पॉट्स अप टू 17 टू ahead of that one. Now it appears that the 3 plants comes under this group. एका ग्रुप खाली किती येतात, म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल आपण ग्रुप घेतला 17 ते 17 मायनस आपण काय केलं 16, 17 मायनस 1 केलं, दॅट इज इक्वल टू 16, isn't it, in the first class interval. Now non-overlapping frequency tables. This is a non-overlapping. Already we have seen overlapping, and then we are going to learn about the non-overlapping frequency tables are here. So definitely already we have seen the overlapping frequency table. In case of non-overlapping frequency table, we will get idea in the next lecture, isn't it? And again I would like to tell you, in case of understanding of all these things, you will have to prepare on your own some examples and solve that example, so that you will come to know that what is class interval, what is mid value, what is width, all sort of the things, and what is upper limit, lower limit of classes, isn't it? So for that one, practice makes man perfect. You will have to do the little bit practice, and that practice will help you to understand the subject very easily. With this, thank you very much.